Let's not beat around the bush, shall we? Making a decision can be really, really hard, especially when the stakes are high, and especially when we have issues with indecision in general. We want to make the right decision, and we want to avoid making the wrong decision. After all, for any decision, there are positive and negative consequences. But what most people don't know is that the way to make the right decision is to make a decision specifically in alignment with your values, and more importantly, how you prioritize those values. A value is what you consider from your honest, authentic core to be most important. For so many people, there's an inconsistency between what they value doing and what they are actually doing. The reason this does not work is because satisfaction with our own life can only happen when the things we do and the way we behave in the world towards others and towards ourselves match our values. At the end of the day, we need to be able to powerfully prioritize our top values, most especially our top value. If you're currently struggling with a decision and would like additional information related to this topic, you would benefit by watching 3 of my videos. The first is The Secret to a Happy Life. The second is Indecision, Decisions and Indecisiveness. And the third is Why You Should Consciously Choose Consequences. But today, I'm going to share with you a priceless exercise that will help you to make the right decision for you, no matter what decision it is that you're facing. To do this exercise, you're going to take the situation that you're in, that is the choice that you're facing, and you're going to look at what any choice involved in that decision is going to give you. When you are doing this exercise, it's best if you come up with at least or around 5 things that you would get as a result of making any decision that's a part of that choice. When you do this exercise, what you're essentially doing is figuring out what values you are in alignment with or would be making a decision for by virtue of making any decision. From there, you're going to take all of these things that you would get as a result of making either or any decision involved in this choice, and you're going to arrange them, all of them, according to priority. From there, you're going to make the choice that is aligned with the very top priority that you listed. That is the right choice for you. So I'm going to go over this again. I'm going to write it down so that you understand what exactly you are going to be doing. Take whatever situation you're in and figure out what making any of the choices involved in the situation would give you. Again, it's best if you come up with about 5 per choice. From there, you're going to arrange all of these values in order of priority, most important to least. You are going to make the choice that is most in alignment with the highest value that you selected. Doing so is currently the best choice for you. So that you can understand how this exercise goes, one of my team members is going to use herself as an example to show you how to do this. This is Corinna. Some of you have recognized her from videos we've done before. She has been so kind to join us and to walk us through her process using this decision exercise for one of the decisions that she's struggling with in her life. Why don't you tell us what this issue is?
Okay. I know this sounds a little bit ridiculous because it's not as serious as some of you guys might do the exercise on, but I'm actually having anxiety around this. So I chose this for today's exercise.
And the decision is going to the gym in the morning or sleeping longer. Corinna here used to be a professional athlete, by the way. So, as a professional athlete, this is something which would cause a great deal more stress than it would for the average person. So let's let you off the hook. So when it comes to going to the gym in the morning, oh, by the way, what we're looking at is, she's been so kind as to write this down for us. All right, going to the gym in the morning. Let's look at what we would get out of that. These are values, by the way. Okay.
So, a peace of mind that no matter how the rest of the day unfolds, I've gotten a workout in. Less gym anxiety because I prefer the morning gym crowd. A sense of achievement. More self-esteem and satisfaction around my physical health and body image. Better mental health as physical activity influences my mental and emotional state a lot. More self-esteem because I would feel like I'm doing the right thing, proving that I can be disciplined and do what a lot of successful people do.
Okay, how about sleeping longer? What do you get out of sleeping longer? What would be the values that you're in alignment with and acting for if you're sleeping longer?
That would be more rest and therefore readiness and endurance for the day. Gives me a secure time to connect with friends and family, as some of them live in time zones that are ahead of where I live. Feeling a sense of nurture and not hating life first thing in the morning. As I hate waking up super early, especially when I don't get enough hours in. More ease organizing my morning, having time to get ready, etc., which would be way more complex if I went to the gym. I can avoid my fear of making everything worse again by stepping back into my professional athlete mode, as there's still pain and unhealthy patterns. And a peace of mind and flexibility, knowing that I can easily be available in case something comes up that requires my attention, can be any area of life, but for example, work.
Okay, so from there, what we do is to organize these things that we would get from both lists, and we organize them in terms of priority, meaning you decide based off of what these items are, these values, what value is most important all the way to least important. Now, right now, we're just dealing with two potential decisions. Do I go to the gym or do I sleep longer? For some of you who are in these decision points, there's going to be more options. Like you may be working with a third or a fourth option even. And you'll be doing the same thing with all of them. So instead of 2 lists, you're going to have 4 lists, and you're going to have to prioritize from all of those lists. But since we're only working with 2, let's see what Corinna decided when she decided to prioritize them. What came out number 1 all the way to number 12 for you? Because you did 6 per... This time you did 6 per decision, right?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I'm ashamed, okay. But I decided for now my highest priority would be more rest, and then nurture, and then better mental health, and then self-esteem, ease, peace of mind, avoidance of fear, sense of achievement, doing the right thing, flexibility and availability, less anxiety, and time to connect. Which I have time to connect during the day too, just putting it out there.
You are going to make the decision that represents what you put in spot number 1. Now, when you're facing a more difficult decision, most likely what you're going to notice is that number 1 and number 2 are going to be something from different lists, which is why it's so hard for you to make that decision, because it seems like a really high priority is juxtaposed to each other. But in your life, if you want to live a happy life, you're going to have to learn how to prioritize according to what's most important. That means the right decision to make in the circumstance is whatever you wrote in point number 1. So given that she wrote more rest as her top value right now, what decision does that make for you?
I'll sleep longer.
Sleep longer. So based off of doing this exercise, she's going to sleep longer rather than going to the gym in the morning. You're just going to have to find a way to exercise another time.
Correct. I will definitely find that time every single day.
And by doing so, you're going to be in alignment with your actual values.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much.
As a side note, this is the deck that I created called the Inner Compass deck. This deck is full, and I mean really full, of values. And in the guidebook, I have a variation of this exercise, where instead of you writing down what you would get out of making either decision, you look through this deck and figure out which values align with which decision. So you're essentially using the cards to do the very same thing that I just demonstrated to you with the use of the example of Corinna. So if you want a variation on this exercise and to walk through it or be walked through it by the guidebook, there's also a different way of doing it with these cards. I will be including a link to this deck in the description of this video. This exercise is epic for literally any choice that you could be facing. It's especially epic for those situations where no matter how hard you tried, you can't find a third option. Therefore, 2 of your top values are juxtaposed against each other, and as a result, you're facing a very hard choice. When you do this exercise, you will be making your decision based off of your top value, therefore what is most important to you. When you make a decision according to what's most important to you, what that means is that it has meaning and it has benefit to you. You've decided that this is something that you are truly in alignment with. As a result, you're going to have the energy and be able to choose to handle the consequences, both positive and negative, that come with that choice. Not only that, you will be making the decision that is genuinely right for you, specifically. Have a good week. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and consider sharing this video with your friends. You can also click on the bell icon to be notified of the next time that I post a video. I want to thank you personally for the bravery that you have to step into awareness. I'll see you in the next video.